So tell me, what's your favorite type of canvas that rolls up to you at a convention like this? Who do you want to work with?
Yeah, pretty much anybody. I like when, they
You
just have
slut.
great, yeah, completely. When they have a great personality and we just vibe. I will tell you a real quick story. Denver last year, my Instagram got hacked, and so people couldn't get a hold of me book at a time. So I had to just take walk-ups. And this woman came in, and I go, "You looking for a tattoo?" And she goes, "Yeah, but nobody here can do it." I go, "Try me." So she starts talking about her idea, and she can already tell, like, she's already been turned down by like 20 artists already. And she goes, I want a sea cow. I go, "Oh, yeah, no problem. I can do that." Are you familiar with sea cow?
A manatee?
That's exactly what I said. A manatee.
Go for it, lady.
And she goes, "No, I want a manatee body with a cow's head." And I said, "Oh, say less, fam." She goes, "You BSing." I go, No. I go, come back in 15 minutes and we're going to do this. So she comes back. She definitely was not, she didn't think I could pull it off. So she comes back. I turn the iPad around. She goes, "Oh, I love you. Let's do this." I was like, done. And that was a really fun piece. And if you check out my Instagram, the picture's on there, and people see it, they're like, "Oh, it's adorable." So.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips for a canvas coming to a convention for the first time?
Yes.
Anything to look out for?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely a couple things. One, you got to find that artist that you vibe with for sure. Make sure you're checking out their Instagram or their portfolios at the table before you start. Most places, especially here, the promoters are really good. They want a great show, so they have real quality artists. They're not going to bring in just some bums, but you got to be careful. You know what I mean? You never know. And also, again, if somebody's not into your idea and they're just trying to make the money, they might not be as invested. So you want to find somebody that's really into what you want to do. But yeah, other than that, just make sure you always hydrate, drink tons of water, eat before you come in. And, it's a great opportunity. Like, we're in Iowa. I flew in from, 2,000 miles away to do this. So you can get work from artists that you wouldn't normally have in your area. So that's always a fun thing too.
How about for first-time artists? That's they're popping their cherry at a convention. What's something they need to be watching out for?
Yeah. So Erie Peach is one of our artists, and she this is her first time. She's went to conventions with me before, but this is her first time actually tattooing, and so it's been a great opportunity for her. My thing is always, I used to overpack, like bring everything from the shop. That's not necessary. They always have suppliers, so if you forget something, it's not a big stress. You can buy it. Like, a lot of artists just stress out. But also, a lot of great artists get in this situation with 500 other artists, or like here, like 200 other artists, and all the noise and this and that, and they get pulled out of their element. They're great artists, but don't always do great work at conventions, unfortunately. And so I've been very blessed to just have that kind of situation where every time we come here and our other places, it just always goes well. So it's been awesome for me and our other artists, but I have seen some artists that just don't thrive in this situation. So I always just tell artists, hey, this is what we do. You know what I mean? Just relax, do what you do, and have fun. You know what I mean? So
I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a pain in the ass, a lot of distractions. But
Yeah.
what's it like, differences between owning a shop and having people you work with on a regular basis versus the hit in the road type of thing? I mean, it's got to be a huge difference.
Yeah, for sure. And, a lot of guys, for them to come out here, when they step in here, they're already like $2,000 in the hole with flights, hotels, whatever, before they even take their machines out. So, if you have sponsors, which I'm lucky to have in the past, and they pay for some of that, that's awesome. But other than that, it's like, you got to make sure you're going somewhere where you're going to benefit. You come to a spot like this, you want to either learn from other artists that you're traveling with or that are at the convention. There's some great artists here. But also, you want to be able to make sure you're working enough to make your money, where you could have stayed at home and made, $2,000 over the weekend, or $3,000, $5,000, whatever, or come here and make that same amount. That's the goal, is you want to make the same amount you would have made at home and cover your expenses.
That makes sense. Have you had any horror stories on the road where it's just like, I can't believe I'm doing this for a living?
Yeah. So we were on the East Coast somewhere. I don't know. The Battlefield Tattoo Expo, which my buddy puts on. He does a great job. But this woman, I tattooed her, and then the next day, her husband, I was tattooing him, and they got in a fight. She's like screaming at him, and I'm like, "You gotta chill, girl." This is
In the middle of the tattoo?
Oh yeah. It was
Classy.
a disaster.
Stay classy, Michigan.
Yeah. But it was just one of those things where it was just, it was not a great situation, but we pushed through, got it done, whatever.
All right, so real quick before we wrap up, obviously you're super busy. when you come to these conventions, there's got to be a little time for nightlife, right? I mean, you got to at least tear it down once or twice, right?
Yeah. So again, when you're checking out your artists at one of these, you got to check their eyes, see how bloodshot they are, because some of these dudes roll in and they're pretty hungover. We take it pretty calm. Ideally, you want to go to find a nice place to eat, and check out a little bit of nightlife, but not too crazy, because your job is to put something permanently on somebody. So you don't want to. You got to even that out. But I will tell you, a lot of people do get pretty crazy at these things. So if you do have one in your town, check out the nightlife too, because some new artists you might be out partying with or whatever. It's a good time. But yeah, we don't get too crazy, because at the end of the day, like, we have a job to do. And that's also, we go all these places. Like, I was in New Orleans last fall, and we got back and everybody's like, oh, did you check out this. I go, I was so busy. We tattooed till like 2 a.m. I saw the inside of the convention center, the Airbnb, and like 2 restaurants. That's it. So I don't get sightsee. We usually fly in, do it, and take off. But it's such a great opportunity, and I do love the hustle. A lot of artists want to work a little bit, go sightsee, work a little bit, and that's cool too. Just not how we roll.
Okay, well, the way I roll is I will be tying one on tonight with you guys, because I don't have any responsibilities tomorrow. So
Perfect.
as usual, appreciate my main man, Aaron Wherry, Bakersfield, California, Pretty Ink Tattoo Studios. Peace.